Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup. Going to be doing my eyes and my face today all in one tutorial. I know, that's crazy. I'm actually going to be starting on my face first. My eye look today is going to be very simple, very easy, so I don't really necessarily need to do my eyes first. So I'm going to start with my base. And I'm going to be using a lot of new products today, which I'm really excited to share and see how they work for the first time, and also share with you guys what I've been loving lately because my makeup routine has changed just a little bit. But starting with primer, I'm going to be using the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. I've been loving this primer a lot. You guys know that I'm not really a primer girl, but this one in particular I just love. I really like it to kind of blur out my pores here on my cheeks because they tend to kind of like look a little big sometimes, so I just use it for that. I don't really use it to mattify my face necessarily, although that's also one of its purposes. I'm not really a super oily person, but this is also not drying on me, so I really love this primer for that. If you are already a dry person, you might not like it. I would definitely suggest seeing how that goes for you because everyone is different. And then I also like to use a little bit on my chin here where I kind of crease. But yeah, a little goes a long way as well. I feel like I've had this primer for a few months now and I feel like I cannot tell if it's like running out or not yet because there's still so much product left. Next, for foundation, you guys know I have been obsessed with the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. I have the color Syracuse, which is actually too light for me, but I've been trying to make it work because I'm kind of lazy with returning stuff. So I've been making this work. This is like my all-time favorite foundation. But something that I have been using lately that I've been loving is the YSL All Hours Foundation. It also has sunscreen in it, SPF 30, which is really cool. This one is in the color DN1. The color is fine. It's a little bit dark for me, but I am gonna get, darker as the summer comes. But the undertone is also maybe a little off, so I do like to mix the two because it's like a perfect mixture, I feel. And just to show you the difference of color, like this is a YSL, that's the NARS. You can see the NARS is just a tad dark for me right now, and the NARS is a little bit light, so this will be like a good mixture. To apply this, I really love to use the IT Cosmetics number 7 brush. I love this brush a lot, and I'm gonna just start right here by my jawline. And then I'm gonna work it upward. And I like to blend this down my neck, of course. Now for concealer, my concealer is still the same. I love using the Benefit Boi-ing Cakeless Concealer. I like to use the shade 6.5, and I like to put it in the same areas, just right underneath the eye like this. And then I like to put it like above my lip as well, right here on my forehead and then on my chin. And using the same brush, I like to, of course, just blend this out. Now for cream contour, it is still the same. I love to use the Lancome Ultra Wear Camouflage Concealer. I use the color 510 Suede. This is like the perfect contour shade for me. To apply this, I like to use my Sephora Pro Foundation 56 brush. To me, this is like the perfect brush to apply cream contour. And I would just like to put it like along my hairline at the top there and then also along my cheekbones. I do like to go a little higher up than expected just because sometimes when you blend it out, it just ends up coming down here. So I like to make sure I go a little bit higher because it's gonna blend out anyway. And then I'll just kind of tap it in. And then whatever is left over on my brush, I like to just use for my nose. And now I'm going to do cream blush. So this is actually new for me. I'm going to be using the Live Tinted Cream Blush in the color Rise. This is their Huestick. And Rise is like a nice kind of like burnt fall orange. And I'm a sucker for like orange blushes, so I had to try this one. To apply it, I'm actually going to be using the Rare Beauty liquid blush brush. So I'm just gonna like kind of grab from the product instead of applying it this way because I just don't like doing it that way. So I'm just gonna do it like this and then kind of tap on the product right on my cheekbone here. Very, very pretty color, and it's blending out really, really nicely. And for blush, I usually like to put it like along my cheekbone here. I used to like always put it on the apples of my cheeks, but lately I've just kind of been doing it right on my cheekbone along with my cream contour. And then if I feel like maybe it's not blending the way I want to, I'll go back with my foundation brush, no extra product, and just kind of blur my concealer and the cream blush together. Very, very pretty. I can already tell that I'm going to love this live tinted or lip tinted live, I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna love this product, I can tell. And now what I like to do is take my Morphe setting mist and I like to just spray my face while it's still wet. And I feel like that just adds an extra like hold to how your makeup lasts throughout the day. And now to set everything, I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in the shade number 2. I like to use this underneath my eyes, pretty much anywhere where I applied concealer. I like to use, you can see like I'm running low. Before I set my under eye, I like to make sure that my concealer is not creasing, so I'll go back with my foundation brush and kind of just tap over everything with no extra product and just make sure that the concealer isn't creasing and nicely placed. And then I'll just take a Real Techniques setting brush and then I'll just start setting everything. And it just gives such a beautiful finish underneath the eye. And I feel like it also helps with my pores a lot. And then I like to set my top lip basically wherever I put concealer. So I also have my top lip right here. And then I like to set my chin. Next, something I've been doing that's a little bit different than maybe what I've showed you guys is using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder after the Charlotte Tilbury powder. So what I've been learning lately, especially on my clients, is when you use a pressed powder underneath their eye, if you really want to seal it, use a loose powder on top. That will really seal everything. And I also noticed that I don't crease as much. And this is the color Blondie, by the way, that I use. And so I just take that powder and I just apply it right on top of where I put the Charlotte Tilbury powder. And this shade for me does brighten a little bit, but also it just seals everything together. And I promise that your face is just gonna look flawless. Your base is gonna last even longer. You're not gonna crease as much. Now I'm gonna set the rest of my face using the onesize Turn Up the Base powder in the color Medium Dark 1NG. And I really love this powder as well. This is a really good pressed powder. I love to use this for the rest of my face, so going in underneath my cream contour and along my like jawline here is where I like to use this powder. And then I'll also put a little bit of that powder along here. Next, I like to use MAC Cosmetics Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Give Me Sun to do my like powder contour. And I'm just going to, of course, apply this all on the top of where I put that cream contour. And I feel like when you use creams first, cream contour, cream blush, and then you go in with the powder on top for those, it just makes it pop more, I feel. Now whatever's left over on the brush, I will put on the sides of my nose. Next, I'm gonna use MAC Cosmetics Mineralized Skin Finish in the color called Gold Deposit, which is basically a nice golden highlighter. And I like to put this right on top of my contour just to give like a nice glowy bronzy look. And now I will do blush. I'm gonna use Lurella's Pinch Me Volume 1 blush palette, which looks like this. So pretty. And I think I'm gonna do a mixture of these two. I'm kind of worried that this one might be a little too dark. So I'm going to start with this one, but if it is giving kind of dark, then I will probably use this one instead. I'm just going to tap that first color on top, and actually it looks fine. It doesn't look too dark. So I'm applying this with my Morphe M405 brush. And now for highlight, which is something that I always been using is the Kaleidos Space Age highlighter called Prophecy, which looks like this. I'm gonna apply this with the Morphe R31 brush, and this gives like a very nice, like warm, kind of like golden glow. So I love this kind of highlighter for a orangey blush. And I'm just going to put that right on top of my cheekbone and like blend it into the blush a little bit. And then I like to put a little bit down the center of my nose as well. So before I finish the rest of my face with my brows and my eyes, I'm going to show you guys my lip and then also finishing touches on my face. So I'm going to start with setting my face really quick using, again, the Morphe setting mist. And then I like to go on top of that with the iconic London Prep Set Glow. So it just makes your face look nice and glowy, but in a subtle, nice way. And now what I also like to do is take the Freck XL Original Freck color, and I like to use this after setting spray because sometimes the setting spray will wet it and then like change the color or like make it look off. So I like to use this after the fact. But I will just go in and create just a few like random freckles on my nose mainly. And then I also like to put it like along my eye here. I just like the placement of like freckles being right here. So for my lip today, I'm going to be using the More Cosmetics Must Have Liner in the color Brownstone. And I'm just going to line my lips with this color. And then I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk number 3 Intense, and I'm just going to add this to like the very edge. I think I'm going to use the Huda Beauty cream lipstick called Raja. I'm going to put this in the center of my lips. And then I'm going to take this Live Live tinted lip gloss in the color Proud, which I feel like will be a good topper. Now I'm gonna do my brows off camera only because I'm doing a separate tutorial for Instagram. So if you guys want to see that video, go check out my Instagram at Tasha Collins and you will see it there. But regardless, all the products for my brows will be down below for you guys. I'll be right back and we'll start on the eye look. Okay guys, I'm back and my brows are done. And now I'm gonna do my eyes last but not least. I'm gonna be using the new Huda Beauty matte, well, more warm matte Obsessions eyeshadow palette. I think I'm going to start with this Morphe M518 brush. I think I'm going to start with this color here, and I'm just going to start in the center of my lid. Now this looks very, very orangey, more than like brown. And now I think I'm going to take this color, and I'm going to take this on a Morphe M441 brush, and I'm going to place this color on the edges of that darker orange color just to like add a little another color in there and blend it out a little bit more. Now I'm going to grab this darker burnt orange color, and I'm going to place this directly like on my lid here near my lash line. And now I'm going to take this dark brown color as well and do the same thing, kind of place it near my lash line. And I'm going to deepen up this smoky eye. So the key with this is just to add the darkest color to your lash line, like right where your lashes are, and like blend it upward. Because if you start too high up, it's going to be harder to blend, I feel, because you're having to blend it even higher. So you want to start lower and then work your way up. Now I'm going to apply all the shades down below, starting with that first color, placing it right below here. And now I'm going to take this darker burnt orange color and place it right underneath. And then I'm going to go in with that dark brown. And then I'm going to take this light color, the lightest color here, and I'm going to put this in the inner corner of my eye. Now I'm going to take More Cosmetics Diamond Daze Liquid Shadow in the color Main Character. And I'm just going to put this on the back of my hand. And I'm going to grab a thin layer of this and apply this on my lid, like all over my lid. And I'm going to use the Laura Lee Cosmetics, or Laura Lee Los Angeles L39 brush to apply this. And I'm just going to place this literally all over my lid. And now I'm going to be using Huda Beauty's Longwear eye pencils in the color Very Brown and in the color Very Vanta. So starting with the brown one, I'm going to use this along my lash line on the top as kind of like a liner in a sense, and just follow right along my lash line. And then I'm going to go in with the black one, but I'm going to get even closer to the lash line with the black one. And now I'm going to take We Makeup's eye pencil in the color Moonstone Butter. And I'm going to use this to just highlight my waterline. And now I'm going to finish the look off camera, apply some lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I finished the look with the EXO Cosmetics She's Cute lashes, and I really love how this look came out. It's a little bit orangier than I anticipated, but obviously it's a very orangey palette. I think I definitely will try this look with something a little bit more neutral, but I really love this palette. I love really anything Huda. Like, there hasn't been a lot of products from Huda that I just did not like, but yeah, I really love this eyeshadow look, and I love all the new stuff that I tried today, especially like the live tinted blush stick in the color Rise. This is a really, really pretty color. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to follow me, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!